There we go. Well, hello everybody. It's the Pearlo Wisdom Show. The NHL Frolic commences now. Here we go. Awesome games last night. It was freaking amazing. I got to work with this man last night. Uh-oh,
Hell yeah,
shoot.
that was a
Not
lot of
again.
fun. Well,
I
what's going
got an
on?
echo.
Oh, is there an echo? I don't hear an echo, I don't
No,
think.
I have an echo coming back at me, and the last time I had this happen, just wait, maybe it'll go away now.
Maybe.
The last time I had this happen, I had to turn it off and start it back up again. Yeah, you won't hear it. Just wait. Maybe it's
But you do?
maybe it's gone now. Just wait. Okay, it's gone. I think it's gone.
All right, perfect.
No, it's not
Perfect.
gone.
No? Is there some audio that you have
I
turned
had
on
this
or
happen before and I got to shut it down and do a whole new stream and now everybody on here is gone. Whoever's listening right now, I got to shut it down and start it all over again and do a whole new stream. So
we'll be back in a
we'll
few.
be back in a few seconds. Just wait, let me try something here. There's one more thing I could try. Uh, okay, talk now.
Hey, is it all gone?
I think it's gone.
Perfect.
I think I know what I had
There we
wrong.
go.
Okay, good. Here we go. We're back again. Hello.
Hello everyone.
Now I just have to bring you back up so I can see you guys on a live chat. Anyways, last night we did the Edmonton Oilers Calgary game. It was freaking awesome. If you guys missed it, you missed it.
It was a lot of fun.
You should have.
Well, you could go back and watch it if you want to, but it is there.
Yeah, you can
But it
watch
is
it.
an older game.
It was good times, man.
It was a good time.
And it was a good game. It was a fantastic
It
game
was a good
last
game.
night. Winnipeg, you got to give them credit, man. They did not give. You could tell they were tired last night.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. They were. I talked about it in the new OGR there, and I was talking about how their depth seemed to be like kind of fine. Like they had some jump in their skates, but not the top lines. The top lines they looked exhausted. I seen one stat where Kyle Connor, he's not really a dump and chase sort of player, but he dumped it in 3 times during that game, and he's only dumped it in 3 times all year long. So you could just kind of see they were exhausted out there all night long.
Yeah, yeah, and they're grinding it out. I mean, really, the Oilers should have won that game by more than they did.
Oh yeah, Brossoit was huge, huge for the Jets. Well, what up, everyone? How's it going, guys? How's it
Yeah,
going, Joey
Brossoit
CL
did
Hawk
play
News
well.
Report?
The Oilers did kind of. The Oilers did hockey news reports. How you doing, Jacket? It was a dog day. Yeah, it was. I actually didn't do too bad last night. I had some. I broke even on a dog day. That's pretty good because you got to pick some dogs in order to
Yeah,
happen. But I ended up breaking even. The Nashville game, like, what is this team? I mean, you're everybody. We're calling for Hines' head, and they shouldn't have hired him. Now, I mean, they shouldn't be doing that good. They got no Josie, no
yeah,
Ellis, no Borjevsky, or is that how you say his name? From Ottawa, the defenseman.
or I think it's Borwicki. I think it
Borwicki, yeah,
is.
no Borwicki. That's three of
Oh,
their
right, I'm
top
jumping in there.
six injured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, so and like they have a guy they have a guy playing that hasn't played since he played in Ottawa. I got to get up all my stuff again. I just had to cancel it all out. That's what started the echo. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I'll tell.
Yeah. Nashville hasn't been terrible. Like, I mean, except for the fact that start off the season they were going pretty bad. But I mean, yeah, they won against Tampa Bay in Florida. Maybe they could start gaining some momentum here on out. But I mean, we've seen it before where they get 2 wins in a row and then they lose like three in a row. They get a win and then they lose three in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think this will be the beginning of the Nashville Predators resurgence because I think they're gonna have a couple one-off games.
I think they
I
were
don't
just
think they're gonna be
under.
able to.
I think they were just under. This people took them too lightly.
Yeah, and I think that's just gonna be the way that they are, right? It's just kind of like the Ottawa Senators, right? Some teams are just gonna like go into the game thinking that they could easily pick up an easy dub, and go into Nashville and then get surprised by Kalle Yankaruk who got the 2 goals there for Nashville.
Yeah.
And I mean, you did have Sergei Bobrovsky in the net, so I mean, he hasn't been too great, especially this year. He's been bailed out a lot by his team, and me and you thought that maybe this better defensive core would help out Bobrovsky this year, and it just seems like it hasn't. Bobrovsky's still getting the wins, but it seems like he's just analytically, he's still not looking the greatest this
No.
year, and
No, he's not.
it's sad. It's sad because I used to love Bobrovsky.
Mm-hmm.
Bobrovsky used to be one of my favorite goalies.
No.
Um, and now he's just seems to just not be the guy that he used to be.
It just goes. It goes to
906.
show what a system can do for a goaltender. Let's face it.
Yeah, Tortorella really did carry Sergei Bobrovsky, right?
Absolutely. Korpisalo
Honestly,
is not an NHL goaltender, and
no.
that system when they're playing the system that props up Korpisalo all the time. When they're not playing their system, Korpisalo looks horrible,
Hmm.
right?
And goalies are weird too. Sometimes goalies are finicky, right? Like I think I think paying goalies is kind of a dumb idea. Paying a goalie unless he's like a prodigy, then yeah, go for it. Pay him a lot of money. But we've seen these teams pay these older goalies. It seems like once goalies hit like 30, 32 years old, like Carey Price and Bobrovsky have hit, and they just seem to, fall out. Like they're not as good as they used to. Like you've been seeing, like even games that they win, like Sergei Bobrovsky, 4 goals against on Columbus, 2 goals against in Chicago, 3 goals against on Chicago once again. Florida's able to outscore the teams,
Hmm.
but when Bobrovsky's in the net, he can't make the saves that they need to have him make, and it's gonna come back to bite them in the butt come towards the playoffs, especially if they have to face Tampa Bay or
Yeah.
Carolina, because those teams are goal scoring beasts,
Uh,
right? Like they're gonna, I don't know, they got to find something to either Chris Dredger or Borowski needs to get back into his game.
yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that when we get into these games too, which we're going to have to do too soon because today being Friday, what we
Mm-hmm.
do is we'll go all the Fridays games and then we'll start going into Saturdays games too.
Ooh,
And we'll do all of
perfect.
Saturday's games and guesses and stuff like that. Joey Serrano, you got to say that with an Italian, your best New York Italian accent. Joey
Serrano.
Serrano over here. I'm probably horrible at it, but it's like you can't do it
Same here.
without it. In my head, it comes out like that. When I hear Joey Serrano, I immediately think of like some sort of mobster gang movie. Joey Serrano.
Joey,
Welcome, my
what are you doing?
friend. Thanks for coming in. Kyle Mercer is in the house. Sasha's in today. Nice.
Hey.
CL is always in the land. Always, always. Good to see. Jacket's back
Mm,
with us. Hockey News Reports. Sweet. Okay, I gotta bring up the score here so we can.
the scores.
Yeah, so we can look at our games last night. We'll talk about them, bits, and then of course we know we're gonna do try to get done is give a good hour of picks in for sure
Mm-hmm.
because that's what everybody's all here
Hell
for.
yeah. Damn
Hand
right.
out a few. I know there's at least one Pearls of Wisdom necklace getting handed out today, so that's cool. Uh,
I think the first game up on the list was the Penguins Devils game, and that was a final 3-2
right.
with Wedgwood and Jari in the net
That
for both of the teams
who
there.
got that? That was the Devils that won 3-2, right? I
Yep.
had that
Yep.
game for my patrons. I had that game. I thought the Devils were winning all day there. I really liked it. I actually should have went harder than I did, but it's kind of hard to go against the Penguins, right? But first,
Yeah, especially right now.
before we
They've been
talk
doing
about it,
pretty well.
we have to give out a pearl, at least one pearls of wisdom necklace here. We'll say what everybody had, and everybody will get all excited.
Ooh.
Jacket, the first pick of the day yesterday. Jacket had the Devils 3-2. Jacket nails it. Nails it. Pearls of Wisdom
Damn.
necklace heading to Jacket. Awesome, buddy. Thanks for you nailed it. Now you can go into your weekend feeling all spiffy and happy. You can we'll get you a special color for that one because that's like the first pick of the day. You nail it. Boom. What do we
All
have?
right.
CL had Penguins 4-1. Uh, I had Pearlo had Devils 5-3. I don't know. I thought it was going to be an over. CL had or CL. H&R had Penguins 4-3. Mercer had Penguins 3-2. Victoria had Penguins 4-1. Serrano had Penguins 4-2. Implicit had Penguins 6-3. Irish had Penguins 4-1. Everybody had the Penguins. Everybody was all over the Penguins but Jacket and I. And Julie had Penguins 3-0. So you didn't see any of this game, did you?
No, I was not able to see it, but it was a big night for me fantasy wise because my boy Brian Russ got me a goal for the Penguins. So
Sweet.
even though the Devils did lose out, yeah, I wasn't able to watch this one. Wedgwood gets a big one there. I think it was 40 saves on the night for Wedgwood as well.
What's
Um,
going on with this Wedgwood character? Hey, he comes in, hasn't been in the league. He's small guy. Nobody pays attention to him, and he's just rocking.
Yeah, this year a 920 save percentage, 253. Only played 9 games into the season, but yeah, he's been a good backup for the New Jersey Devils, and kind of somebody that they need to have, right? Like, I mean, the amount of backup goalies that they do have with Dell and all that. I think Wedgwood is perfect to back up Mackenzie Blackwood, especially with how well he's been playing, and Jack Hughes as well had a good night as well. 2 points on the night as well.
Well, when Blackwood came back from injury there, he kind of struggled a little bit, actually.
Hmm.
And now he's looking like he's getting a little better. It was an interesting. Jack Hughes looked good last night. I watched it. It's probably the best game I've seen. He's so close. He's so close, Jack Hughes. He reminds me of Johnny Hockey quite a bit.
Yeah, he's that similar type of player of a Johnny Hockey. He's a smaller player, 5'10", 170 pounds. He's a smaller guy, and this year he's really coming out, and he's really, you know, playing that hockey this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing better, and I mean that's the thing. When you come into the league when you're 18 years old, and a lot of people have been bashing LaFlorent for it as well. When you come into the league right off the get go, it's hard to adapt from uh, um, NCAA hockey or the CHL trying to jump up into this league. It's a big difference. You're facing up against bigger guys, faster, and you're not able to dangle around everyone like how you usually do in the juniors. So Jack Hughes is having a great second year, and I think Lindy Ruff is doing wonders for that kid and somebody that the New Jersey Devils need to bring in is that veteran leadership of a coach. And you've been seeing it. It's been working great for the team. Even PK Subban's been producing a lot more points. And if you don't, that's what you want at PK, right? He's not your defensive guy. He's a guy that's going to go out there and be a flashy defenseman and get you points. And already having 14 points on the season, that's great to see from PK Subban. And he also got a goal in this game as well on the power play, which also is one of the worst power plays, I'm pretty sure, in the league as well with New Jersey, if I'm correct on that. So that's a huge power play goal for them as well.
Yes, they do have a poor power play, and
Yeah, 14%.
that really shouldn't be the case with their lineup. They have a lot of puck moving defensemen. Ty Smith potted another assist last night. You keep on thinking that maybe Ty Smith is going to settle out here, but he doesn't seem to be. He's making a pretty good case, although
Yeah.
it's probably wrapped up and already sent to Kaprizov. But he's making at least giving him a little bit of thought to possibly winning that Calder Trophy. But yeah, Kaprizov's probably going to get it. Malkin was out last night, and that's he's just isn't that seem to be the way with Malkin the last little while? Like he starts to get he starts to get rolling, and then he's injured.
Yeah, Malkin was really rolling there with Kasperi Kapanen. He was really doing good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got nailed in that hit by Tenorti. And yeah, he's expected to miss the next 2 to 4 weeks, which is, it's Pittsburgh luck, though. I mean, we've seen this for years where, it's either Crosby getting hot and then he gets injured. But yeah, Malkin's he's been missing a lot of games over these past couple of years. Like last year, he only played 55. The year before that, only 68. But with that is his age, right? He's already at 34 years old, and usually during that time, like I mean, you're gonna start missing a lot of games. Malkin's been, a mainstay for the Pittsburgh Penguins for a long time now, and I mean, over the past couple of years, he's been a kind of an injury-prone player as well. And it wasn't even a big hit from Tenorti, but I mean, you look at Malkin, 166 playoff games, almost 1,000 games in the NHL. It's a lot of hockey for one player, and to have a couple injuries over your career, it's pretty common, but it sucks whenever Malkin gets hot, he gets injured.
yeah.
And especially, he was buzzing really good with Kapanen, so.
It seems like that. I just read. Sorry, I was laughing, but Sasha Hoffman to the Perlo chopper. That was freaking hilarious. Oh, I gotta use that. To the Perlo chopper.
To the Pearlo chopper.
Anyway, I don't know why I thought that was funny. That was so funny. Okay. So we yeah, I had that one. I just thought the Devils were going to be good, and that was after Malkin was out, and I just thought it was going to
Hmm.
put. It was just seemed like the right spot. It just seemed like the right spot. New Jersey had had more rest than Pittsburgh.
I would have.
They're kind of in now. We're getting to that time of the year where these lower teams are playing looser. Like, okay, we're not going to make it, so let's just. There's going to be a lot of guys on the team trying to make it, and I think that's what's happening. We'll talk about that in the next section segment as we get in closer to that game. But we already talked about Nashville. I think that's what's happening in Nashville. They got guys fighting for jobs there. They got injured people, and they just get in the league. Like you can just imagine, especially if you hadn't been in the league for a while and you don't want to go back. You're gonna give everything you got that game, right? Like
Oh
just
yeah,
you're gonna like,
without a doubt.
I'm making this or I'm dead. We're not just for
Hmm.
the money alone. you know, just for the possibility of the finances of one more year in the NHL. Like, so something to
Not just that, you get paid a little bit extra for jumping into the NHL because you get, that AHL pay. If you have a
yeah,
2-way contract, you get that AHL pay, and
of
when you get
course,
called up,
yeah,
you get that NHL pay. So
yeah,
it's always nice when you get called up into the NHL and you get that extra couple bucks when you
yeah.
play your first
Well,
NHL game, or if
you're
you're
playing
experienced
for
or
your
whatever.
dream and your family and everything,
Yeah.
right? So you better be giving everything you got in that situation, I would say. So okay, we'll go to the next game then. I was gonna say, there was a few things I wanted to talk about with this game. Cody Cece finally starts getting a reasonable amount of ice time. Do you know that guy was getting 20 to 25 minutes of ice
Hmm.
time at one time?
You know what? You know what's funny thing, Perlo? I got a funny fact for you. Did you know
Well, Pedersen was back in the lineup.
Cody Cece right now
His pro,
has better analytics
yeah,
than Eric Carlson,
that doesn't surprise me at all.
who is being paid $11 million compared to CC $1.3 million,
Hmm.
is absolutely just mind blowing.
Yeah,
How that is just
and
how that is
the
right now.
fact that he's showing any analytics now is a testament to some great coaching there with Sullivan. Uh,
Yeah, he's playing great defense. Like he's a great defensive defenseman this year. He's putting up some great defensive analytics, and he's not that bad on the
yeah,
penalty kill either. Cody Cece, he's definitely your perfect third pair defenseman. He's not your top four guy,
no,
but a good third pairing guy. Playing like the amount of minutes he was, that 16-minute range is where you kind of want to play Cody Cece at.
hmm yeah. Uh, Ryan Murray, I think the count is 8 games in a row without getting injured. That's got to be a record for him. Uh, That's
Man, I feel
I've
bad.
been doing the Ryan Murray count.
The Ryan Murray count.
Yeah, for how many games he goes in a row without getting injured. I should have a bet out there for how
There
long,
should
how
be.
many games. You think he's going to hit 10 in a row? That would be something.
I feel like he'll hit 15 in a row.
Whoa, dude!
Big.
I'd like to see what the odds are on that. You're probably getting some thick odds on that, but
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah.
it's,
Going for the 15 games in a row for Ryan Murray. I'm hoping he actually has a healthy year.
I do
I really
too.
like
Oh
Ryan
yeah,
Murray.
yeah, absolutely. It's like I joke, but it's not funny in a real sense because
Yeah,
he's a great defenseman,
he
and
is.
he's just cannot stay away from injuries at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is
Okay,
very
so the next
unfortunate.
game we had was the Flyers and Islanders.
Flies and Islanders.
So we had uh, Hockey News Reports had the Islanders 3-1. Avatar
Ooh.
had the Islanders 5-1. Implicit had the Islanders 4-3. Jacket 5-2 Islanders. Serrano 3-2. 3-2 Flyers almost. Mercer had the Islanders 4-1. CL had the Flyers 3-2. Victoria had the Flyers 4-2. Oh,
Oh, so close.
Heavy K, who is not in here at the time. Islanders 3-2. Irish had 6-2 Islanders. Rickett had Islanders 5-1. And Pearlo had the Islanders 3-2. So nobody got a Pearl's of Wisdom necklace yesterday. This is a very interesting game after that big
Mm-hmm.
shellacking. Uh, but they almost lost it again. Like this
Yeah.
Philadelphia Flyers team does whatever they possibly can to make
I don't
their
know what's
life
going on in Philly, man.
hell, right?
Like, I don't know what's going on, like between Carter Hart and just the poor defense that we've been seeing recently from Philly. Like, you have a 3-0 lead, and then you let Duck Hall score his first. Sebastian Aho, not the Carolina guy, the New York Islanders defenseman, and then Oliver Wahlstrom to tie the game up. How does that happen as a team? Do you let the New York Islanders, a team that can barely score out there half the time, march their way back in this game?
Yeah.
Like, as Philly, you gotta lock this game down, especially Carter Hart. Like, you can't blame it all on Carter Hart. He's been having a pretty poor season this year, though. But he's 22 years old, right? Like, as a defensive core, you got to be able to back your guy up. And that was just a rough game. Oscar Lindblom really saved the team with that big game-winning goal that he scored with 3 minutes left to go in the game. And I mean, it's good that Philly won. They needed that confidence booster again to, get themselves together. But man, you can't be letting go of a lead like that. You really can't.
No, I mean, yeah, it's like one step forward, two steps back, two steps forward, 1.5 steps back. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
making like little increments like that. Uh, Mercer said, I put it out in the chat, what do you think is wrong with the Flyers? And Mercer says lack of effort. I'm starting to wonder if the heart of the problem is really the psychological issue of, everybody believed Carter Hart was the savior,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well,
And and
it,
and he is in a sense. Like for the whole organization, they finally got the goaltender. Blah 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 blah. Right? And Carter Hart starts struggling, and the whole team kind of loses his way. Does that seem like a? Does that make sense to you psychologically? How that could happen?
yeah, yeah. And also, CL on the no D leadership, and I was about to point that out on the leadership
No,
factor as
that's
well.
true too. Yeah.
You look at this entire team, like, Drew Voracek and Van Riemsdyk are the only players that are over 30, and then you have Raffle and Braun. You have no leadership on this team. Like, you have a bunch of young guys, and there's really no leadership to really bring this team in. There's no Joe Thornton. There's no Patrick Marleau for this team that could, pull this team together and smack some sense into the younger players, right? They're having to rely on Ivan Provorov, 24 years old, to play 25 minutes of ice time a game and be their best defenseman. it's hard for a young defenseman like that, right? You look at Darnell Nurse of the Edmonton Oilers who's playing that amount of minutes. It's hard on a guy like that, right? Of course, they're going to make some mistakes, but if you have that, the leadership to help you out, especially during these struggles, and it seems like the Philadelphia Flyers are in a struggle right now. They're winning and then they're losing, and then they're winning and then they're losing, and that 9-0 loss, like that got to be a sign to the GM and the coach that this team needs some sense to be talked into the right now because we're down, almost 30 games in, and we're getting near the end of the season. Stuff you got to get yourself pumping. This is a very thick division that the Flyers are in, and if they keep on struggling, it's not going to be very fun on this last little stretch, especially if they're going to have games like this against the Islanders where they're going to let the team walk right back in. And also, shout out to Nick Leddy. He was also on my fantasy team, got me 3 assists last night as well. Beauty.
Hart is in a contract year too, right? That's true?
I think so.
That might have something to do with it. The kid started taking life too seriously somewhere along the line here, and
But you also think for a young goalie, sorry to cut you off, but for a young goalie who had, some pretty big years, you're bound to have a bad year as a young goalie. And I don't think the contract is too much of a factor on Hart's mind. I think it's just there's bad defense, and sometimes, especially when you look at Jordan Binnington, I mean, you look at a lot of young goalies that step into the league, you're gonna have some troubles. He's 22 years old. He'll rebound.
yeah.
I think this year's just been a rough one for him.
Okay, well, what I said all along, I mean, I wanted Hextall's plan to continue. I wanted to see what he was painting there, and I still think it would have been best for them to do that. But, anyways, it didn't happen. Niskanen, Hockey News Report says Niskanen is certainly a factor. He was huge for that
Hmm.
defense, no doubt about it.
He
And
was.
I think they really have to replace that, and I like the idea of Ekholm. Uh,
Mm.
but, I mean, a player's not going to come in and bring what Niskanen brought right away. That's got to be
No.
something. So they better get on it right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be waiting till the trade deadline here. You got to let this person flow
Hmm.
into this environment and create a better environment right away. But I would definitely agree. Like a veteran, Giroux can't do it all by himself. There's
Yeah.
questions whether Giroux can do it at all because he's a very quiet leader. Like
Yeah.
Giroux's a great guy. Follow everything Giroux does, no doubt about it. I'm not putting Giroux down. He's a hardworking, do everything for the team type of guy, but he's not a vocal type guy
No,
like that.
and you really can't look at Voracek or JVR to be your leaders either. Those guys are, they're very emotional led. We seen what Voracek, he called out the reporter at the start of the year. He's very emotionally led, and same with JVR.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you definitely need some more leadership, especially with this young squad
Yeah.
there in Philly. But the thing is, even if they fumble a little bit this year, you got to look. You got a lot of young guys. I mean, Drew, yes, he's getting up there in age, but you have a lot of young guys on this team. The sky's the limit with this team here in Philly. I think
Mm.
even if, they do fumble up this year, they'll come back ready for next year. I mean, you only have Eric Gustin signed for a year, and um, you're gonna have a lot of guys that are gonna continue to grow, like a Philip Myers, like a Ivan Provorov, like a Sanheim. This team is only gonna get better from here. But if they want to be in a playoff spot, if they really feel like it, they should, put some more effort. They got to keep pumping, and they're only a couple points back of a playoff spot right now of the Boston Bruins, and you really got to start putting some games together right now if you want to catch the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, that's for sure. We'll go on to the next game because we got to move on. But CL was saying Raquel is apparently available in Anaheim, and that's
I've been hearing that
possible.
back and forth. I've been hearing he's been available, but for really expensive. I've been hearing. I think it's like a first and like a prospect or something for Raquel.
Yeah,
I think
that makes sense. He's having a good year. If he was in a
he's a
better
good player. I
situation,
mean, he's a
yeah.
former 30 goal scorer. So
I just don't
it,
think I'd be throwing a first right now at the forward position if I'm Philadelphia.
no
If Lindholm was
defense.
available, If Lindholm was available,
Oh,
yeah.
I would take
Oh,
Lindholm on a dime, man. Like
yeah, yeah. If I
he's
could
a
throw a
great
first and a
defenseman.
really good prospect for Lindholm, I'd be all over that. That's exactly what I'd be looking
Hmm.
for.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go on to our next game because you and I will talk about
Well,
everything
yeah.
forever. We'll never get anything done here. I could talk about every team probably for 4 hours.
Probably. It's usually how it
Okay.
goes between me and you.
Yeah, pretty much. My computer's moving very slow though. My gosh. Okay, while this computer's going,
I think the
it was
next game was
Boston versus the Sabres.
yes,
So,
the
okay,
Sabres.
Rick had Bruins 4-0. Close. Uh, who the Heavy K had Bruins 5-1. Close again. Jack had Bruins 4-0. Victoria had Bruins 4-0. Avatar had Bruins 4-2. We're all around the target here, guys. Julie had Bruins 3-0. Serrano had 3-2. H&R had Sabres 6-4. Yeah, that was his hot take. Mercer Bruins 3-0. Pearlo Bruins 4-3. Irish Bruins 5-3. CL had Bruins 4-3. Nobody had 4-1. I
Wow,
really would have thought that somebody would have had a 4-1 there.
nobody.
But
None.
nobody had it. Well, it's going to take a little bit for us to get a good idea how the Granado is going to work for the Sabres and all that. But I mean, the uphill battle that guy's got to change. This is not a couple games to change the
No.
culture in the Sabres here.
Um, I'm calling it. I think this team will keep on losing. I don't see them winning in the next couple games. The way that they're playing, um, it's just I don't know. It's just so hard to talk about the Sabres because it's just you're beating up a dead horse right now with the Sabres practically. Taylor Hall is supposedly on the block. I heard that the contract extensions have been thrown out the window. So Taylor Hall will most likely be traded at trade deadline, from what I've been hearing. But yeah, 13 in a row loss is just straight up embarrassing as a team. I'm glad I don't make reaction videos for the Buffalo Sabres because I don't even think I'd
Yeah.
be able to step in front of that camera
I
and
can't
talk about
remember
this
what
team.
her name is, but she's really good. There's a girl that does the
Oh
Buffalo
yeah,
Sabres.
I see
Martin,
her all the time, and
something. I think her last name's Martin or something like that.
yeah, I would feel bad, like seeing your team lose 13 games in a row. I don't want to see that on anyone.
No,
Buffalo was on the
no.
same level as the Edmonton Oilers for the longest time, and it's just,
Yeah, us Oilers fans have empathy for anybody struggling like that because we've been through it for 10 years.
yeah.
So yeah, especially the younger guys like you who weren't there for the heyday. It's really
No, I
sad,
grew
but
up on, the decade of hell is what I like to call it for the Edmonton Oilers, and I mean, it's
yeah,
going to be even going longer for the Buffalo Sabres. I feel like this next decade, the Buffalo Sabres will be the joke of the NHL, and it really does seem like that. But on the other hand, Boston, I mean, they finally got some goal scoring going from every single line from Smith and DeBrusk as well. When we were on the live there with our boy off the wall hockey, the legend. We were talking about how the depth has been struggling, and DeBrusk and Craig Smith finally put up a couple goals, which, these games against a bad team usually helps you with the confidence boosting because you're able to get a couple goals that you might not be able to get against teams like, Penguins or the Islanders or whatever. So maybe this is a new start for DeBrusk and Craig Smith, and maybe they'll start producing a little bit more, but I feel bad for Buffalo.
yeah, I do as well. Angel said Buffalo is like the New York Jets of the NHL. That's a good analogy. I would say that's a good comparison for sure. As far as this game in particular, I mean, they looked a little better, I suppose. But I mean, what do you do? Like, okay, you think you're Buffalo, right? You're a player for the Buffalo Sabres right now. You've got Taylor Hall, who you pretty much know is not. Taylor Hall's not going back there. Well, the big thing was that the reason why he went there was because Ralph Kruger was there.
I
And
I
that,
think the way that this team should have did the offseason, I gave them praise during this offseason because I felt like this team could have maybe turned it around. But I think the way that this team, they keep trying to make themselves a playoff team, and you can't do that when
Bad ownership.
when you have a lot of players that are still developing, and you try to rush this team. It's not going to work. When your depth is so bad that you're paying Pozo and Skinner
Oh yeah.
almost above $20 million to play in your depth, that is bad management right there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you're a player for the Buffalo Sabres right now, you're looking at this lineup going, Skinner's going to be here forever.
Yeah, there's no way you can get rid of that
Okposo
contract.
isn't going to be gone, isn't going to be here, and Skinner is just horrible. People go to that room every day and go, Skin, would you just shut up? Like really, I'm serious. Like he is an energy killer for that team. Why do you think Carolina gave him away for like what was his last name?
Cliff
Pew or
Poo.
something? Cliff Poo. Like his name is Pooh for the love of God, and he
It was
still thought that
basically nothing. Like
they thought Pooh was better than Skinner. I like to
I
say that.
think I think Botorel was like, "Oh my god, we just fleeced the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's go. We just fleeced them. We got Jeff Skinner. He pops off for the team, and it's like, here's a $9 million contract." And I heard that like the Pagulas were involved in it,
They
in
were
that
very
deal.
involved in it. The Pagulas are very involved in everything, and that's the problem, I believe.
They
I
are.
believe it's the Pagulas that are the problem.
I think so
That's
too. It's really bad ownership there, and we've seen it with every single Buffalo team, how badly mismanaged they all are because of their ownership. The ownership shoots themselves in the foot all the time, and especially with all these bad deals, they're gonna lose Jack Eichel because of
oh
this bad
yeah,
management.
eventually. If I'm Jack Eichel, I'm losing my mind, man. Yeah, okay, I'm happy you got lots of money, you're an NHL player and all that stuff like that, but
Mhm.
you didn't a lot of people I don't know if people realize the amount of work. I don't care how talented you are, the amount of work to make it to the NHL. You give up your life for the NHL. Now, you do it willingly because you love it, but it's a passion and a driven, and you end up in this organization, you got to be looking around going, what did I do? Like,
Mhm.
seriously, what did I do to end up in this organization right now? McDavid probably thought that for a short amount of time as well. But, both of them at the same time. Uh, do you remember when Jack Eichel was selected and they had that Murray guy as a general manager? And like when they lost the lottery and he looked like somebody just died.
Well,
Like
yeah,
you
because
can't.
Buffalo was so reliant. They legit. I remember this year because me and my dad were always talking about it because I remember this year because Buffalo and Arizona were the two worst NHL teams in the league, and they tried so hard. They traded away everyone. They made their teams look like crap for
Rethinking his
McDavid.
life decisions.
For
Yeah,
McDavid.
yeah.
But Oilers, on the other hand, we were actually trying to build up our team. We were actually went on a little bit of a winning streak near the end of the year. And we had the third best odds going into this year that draft, and we won the lottery. And the reason why we won the lottery most likely was because the hockey gods are like, Buffalo, Arizona, you don't deserve this guy because you guys legit knew that McDavid was going to be a great player. So let's bail for him. And
Yeah.
it didn't work out for them. They got Jack Eichel, which I don't think they should have been disappointed. Yeah, you missed out on McDavid. That sucks. But now it's time to build a new plan and to keep rebuilding and build around Jack Eichel. Eichel
Yeah.
is a great player. You had a lot of good players in that draft, from Eichel to Marner, uh, so many. But
Yeah. Anyways, we got to keep on going
yeah,
here. We got to go to the next game because we got a couple more to do, and we've only got left 20 minutes to do it. So
we'll fly
let's
through
get
these puppies.
let's fly through them. Yeah, but those are the ones that we were going to talk about the most, I think.
Hmm.
I didn't even talk about who. I was going to talk about who this new coach played the most, but the first game
It was even. Like it
he's
was
just kind
almost
of
even.
feeling everybody out. Yeah, I was just going to say he's just seen. Okay, while this is going, I believe the next game we did was the Hurricanes and the Jackets. So that was a surprise. Yeah, was it the Hurricanes and the Jackets who were playing?
Yeah,
Did I
yeah.
did
The
I did I
Jackets,
write? The
the
Jackets
Jackets
won
won 3-2
3-2.
in
H&R
overtime.
had 6-3 Canes. Avatar had 3-1 Canes. Jacket had 4-2 Canes. What was it? 3-2 Jackets?
Mm-hmm.
Mercer! Mercer gets a Pearls and Wings
Woo!
necklace! Off to the
Let's go.
Perlocopter. Off to the Perlocopter for Mercer. Hernandez, you gotta go again. We got another one.
Get on the helicopter.
Helen's just finishing knitting it up. She's not quite ready yet. It's coming though. Mercer 3-2 Jackets. Victoria 4-3 Canes. Serrano 3-1 Blue Jackets. Oh, we almost had to give away two.
Ooh.
Uh, Sasha 9-0. No, who was that? I can't even read my own writing. Tell me who it was that said 9-0 Jackets. Oh, I believe it was Incepted, and CL was 5-2 Canes. Anyways, my worry about this game was that the Columbus had 3 days to work on their system with all their new players and stuff like that.
Hmm.
However, it was the Hurricane. It was the Canes, right? Like, what's going on with the Canes here? They lose to Nashville. Now they lose to Columbus.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think it's just, every team kind of goes through it where you kind of just lose some games against a good, better, or like kind of a worser team than what you are. And I think that's just what's going on with the Hurricanes. You lose to Columbus in overtime, and then, you lose against the Red Wings. But this team won 8 in a row games, so even when you lose two, it's not that big of a deal. They still have multiple games against Columbus. I think Carolina will bounce back. Plus, they're 20-7-2 this year. I'm not too worried about the Hurricanes. They've been playing some of their best hockey. I think the thing that they definitely, and also Nedeljkovic has been huge. I think this guy is going to be their future starter for years to come for the Carolina Hurricanes. A
yep.
926 save percentage, a 216. He's been amazing, and also Sebastian Aho has been absolutely amazing for this team as well. And somebody to focus on for the offseason is Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton's going to be huge this
Oh
offseason. He's
yes,
a free agent.
absolutely.
He's a
Yeah.
top two defenseman without a doubt. I think he's one of the best defensemen in this league right now as well. He's been fantastic for the Hurricanes and a very underrated defenseman in the league.
Yeah. Definitely, they're going to have to sign him up. What you got to give the Hurricanes a lot of
There you go, a
credit.
little dance.
They didn't get they didn't get all crazy and go out and pay huge for a goaltender
Mhm.
like maybe another team like the Florida Panthers. They trust. I really like Don. Do you want to talk about, like we just talked about the Bruins? Go like the exact opposite with maybe the best ownership in the league with Tom Dundon and the
Oh, I love
Hurricanes.
Carolina, man. You know what? Like,
Tom Dundon is the
Carolina.
one of the best, if not the best, owners in the league, right?
I know when Carolina, beat up the Oilers in the Stanley Cup Finals. I not like, I haven't been a big fan, but Carolina's just slowly growing on me. Just the way that they are, with the storm surge that they had
I
last
love the
year.
Storm Surge. Yeah.
Like, I know Don Cherry's like, oh, I don't like it.
Oh,
It's
good.
blasphemy, and I'm like, I like it, man. It's like it
Yeah.
brings character to the NHL, and that's what we want to
Exactly.
see more in the NHL is more character.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
this Carolina Hurricanes team shows so much character, and I love it so much.
Yep.
They're doing such a great job. The way that they built up the team, the amount of prospects. This team is going to be a tank for years to come. And a lot of people, overlook the Carolina Hurricanes, but this
Yeah.
team is just it's so good. And
Yeah.
if Nedeljkovic keeps on, improving, I don't even think the Hurricanes need to worry about going and picking up a goalie. This is an
No,
elite
they
team,
probably won't.
and they could rely on Nedeljkovic. Goalies are voodoo. You could pick up, a good goalie that's on another team and pick him up, and he just won't do very good on your team. I think it's the best way to get a goalie is develop them from within so they get used to your system from the day they get drafted, right? They get used to the system that you play. And goalies are very finicky, right? When you try to bring, like how Bobrovsky went from Columbus to Florida, it's a change, and it's a weird change for those goalies. And Nedeljkovic has improved. He's been playing in that Carolina Hurricane system for a long time. And also, I would love to see Eric Stahl back in a Carolina Hurricanes uniform. I would love to see that. Absolutely would love to see it, but I don't think they need Eric Stahl. I don't know. They're such a good team.
I mean, if they can get him for hardly anything, it's a good story. Why not? It sounds like
I know.
something that they would do.
And I
But
guess play him alongside of his brother there in Jordan. That would be actually amazing.
yeah, it's a
That's
good
a good
story to
idea.
bring him back, and they has the old. It would bring a lift to the whole team to have that happen. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a kind of thing you do to bring that fantastic energy to your team, and I don't know who's been selling Carolina short out there. I don't know. You say that people have been, maybe just because they're in Carolina, but I'm teetering on having them as top three Cup favorites this year.
Hmm. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I just I don't see a lot of like Carolina talk, and same with Florida, I guess too. You don't really see those two teams being talked about a lot. A lot of people are talking about them a lot more this year since they're doing really good this year, and I like seeing that from those two teams because I mean Florida's been a bottom feeder for a long time. It's same with Carolina. Carolina's been up and down. It's good to see that they're finding some success there this year, and it's fun to see. I can't wait until the playoffs for that Central Division and see some battles between Tampa or Florida or Carolina. It's gonna be a fun division to watch.
Yeah, they asked you if you've had Perlo danced yet, and I said he's learning a Perlo dance in his off time. So we're taking our. He's got a ways to go yet. He's learning. It's okay. Not everybody picks it up right away. Okay, so yeah, great stuff there on Carolina. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I also believe, and I said that I think the Columbus Blue Jackets will turn things around a little bit, and make a little noise here before it's all over. I have undershot Tortorella too many times
I
before, and
feel
I,
like
I
I
will
don't
not do
know.
it again. I will not do it again. Tortorella, if you give him the opportunity, can turn the ship around. I know it. I know
It's a
it.
short season though. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing.
Maybe not this year, but I think they'll make some noise. I don't know if
They're
they'll make
gonna
the
make some
playoffs, but
big
they'll make some
noise.
noise. Yeah.
They're gonna make some big noise this offseason, I feel.
Oh,
But
for
I mean,
sure, for sure.
they still got a lot of games. I mean, you still got a lot of games against Detroit and, I mean, a couple against Nashville. So maybe you rebound, but it's going to be a pretty tough stretch there for Nashville. Or, I mean, not for Nashville, Columbus, I meant.
Uh, Hockey News Report says a long playoff series with Eric Stahl would be good for depth. He's pretty much saying.
Yeah, it
Uh,
would be.
Carolina. Okay, well, let's get to our next game then. The next, did we do the scores for that one? We did, right?
Yeah, yeah, we did do the scores for that
Oh
one.
yeah, that's right. Because how could I forget? Mercer's got the Pearls of Wisdom Nets going there. Okay, the Blackhawks and the Lightning is the next game. Won't be too much to talk about with this
No.
game. Uh, but we'll say Victoria had 5-3 Bolts. Everybody had the Bolts? Not everybody. What was the score? 4-2. Okay.
Yeah, 4-2.
4-2. Avatar 3-2 Bolts. Jacket had 4-3 Hawks. Irish had, is that 4-2 Hawks? Mercer had 4-1 Bolts. Serrano had 4-2 Hawks. CL had 4-2 Bolts. Implicit had 8-2 Bolts. Pearlo had 3-2 Bolts. And H&R had 5-1 Bolts. No Pearls of Wisdom. It's not easy to pick those up, you know. It's pretty hard to get that down. Uh, that's why it's such a rare commodity to have one. Tampa is bound to turn. I'm not saying they have turned it around completely, but they do this every year, right? They struggle a little bit to start out. They figure it out, and now this is about time they just start crushing it through the
I
league.
think that's what's going to happen. And, also on the note, Chicago is kind of going downhill as well. That was the third straight loss. And in their last, like, I think, last six, they've been like 1-5. They've been not as good as what Chicago has been wanting to be. But, Tampa Bay, they go back and forth. I mean, Tampa Bay is a great team, and I think every great team has, their ups and downs throughout the season. And we're really starting to see this Tampa Bay Lightning team come together again, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to, the playoffs this year. Once again, they'll probably be looking to try to go back to back this year.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, and they're doing all this with the knowledge that they got the best winger in the league pretty much coming back eventually too, right? So I think I spelled Columbus wrong there. But what's her name? Was that Hockey News Reports? Hockey News Reports is saying that with
Yeah, but
Hall with Columbus, it's really a center that they're going to need, but it's an interesting thought.
yeah, Centerman, I think you would definitely need because Line A, you already got Bjorkstrand, you already got Atkinson, you got Nyquist locked up as well. You already got a couple good wingers already locked up there in Columbus. I think my main focus there in Columbus would be finding a new number one centerman to play alongside a Line A. That would be my biggest focus with Columbus and just building the team deeper as well, right? You just need to give it some more depth. And also NHL.com posted that Patrick Kane should be the MVP of the NHL right now, 10 points above Connor McDavid,
Oh,
which I think is a buffoon of a decision. NHL, get your stuff together. Hire me. I'll make the votings.
yeah. Okay, we got a lot to get through. We got 10 minutes, so we're gonna burn through these pretty quick, and then
Let's
we'll
go.
talk about the most important ones afterwards. Okay, Preds versus Panthers. I don't think anybody. Oh
No.
my! Oh yeah, actually, somebody did get this right.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and they're in the chat right now too.
Woo.
Irish 5-1 Panthers. Uh, who is that? I got to really work on my writing skills. Somebody had 5-2. Oh, Heavy K. Heavy K 5-2 Panthers. CL 2-1 Preds.
Woo, party.
Woo! Pearlo dance for CL. Nails it. Like, who saw that? I remember when he said that. I was like, wow, CL going off the board. And he nails it. Jacket had 3-2 Preds. Still had the Preds. There was a lot of Predators here. Mercer 4-2 Panthers. Avatar 3-1 Panthers. Serrano 4-3 Preds. Pearlo was way off 6-3 Panthers. And H&R had 3-1 Preds. It was pretty darn close.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll talk about one of these as we get going because we're going to have like 5 minutes. The Stars and the Red Wings. What was the score of that?
3-2 for the Red Wings.
3-2 Red Wings, right. We had Jacket, had 4-3 Wings. Jacket had the Wings.
Ooh.
Implicit, 4-2 stars. Avatar, 5-4 stars. Seal, 7-2 stars. Mercer, 4-1 stars. Victoria, 4-2 stars. Serrano, 4-2 stars. Irish, 6-2 stars. Pearlo, 2-1. Everybody had the stars, 3-1 stars. I might as well not even have read that one. Everybody except for Jacket. Jacket was the only one with the Wings.
Huh.
I'm going to give you a what am I going to give you? I'm going to give you a badge, a Pearlo badge. I'm going to send you a Pearlo badge. Helen, could you work out one of those fancy badges you've been working on? We're going to send it out to Jacket here for getting the Red Wings. Thanks. That would be that would be great. If you could just go ahead and do that, that would be great. Okay, Jets Oilers. We did this game last night. You guys should have all been there, and you weren't, and I'm very disappointed with you. But that's okay. Avatar. What was the score last night?
2-1 for the Oilers.
Avatar. 2-1 Oilers for Avatar.
Ooh.
Hype in the chat. Hype in the chat. Pearlo bracelet. Yes. That's what. Helen, yes. Sasha has a great idea. We need to start working on some Pearlo bracelets. Thank you.
Damn right.
Well, get our tech people involved if you could. That would be excellent. Okay. Jacket 4-3 Jets.
We can
CL had 4-2 Jets.
make some Pearlo watches where a Pearlo chopper comes out of the watch.
Yes, there you go. CL 4-2 Jets, Serrano 3-2 Jets. Oh my gosh, we got to split a Pearlo necklace.
Woo!
Because Mercer, again, no, who was it? Who was it? Somebody had, no, that's 3-2 Oilers. It was 2-1, right?
Yeah,
No,
2-1
no, we
Oilers.
don't. No, Hockey News Reports had 2-1 Jets. Never mind. False alarm.
Oh.
Pearlo had 5-2 Jets because I was mad at the Oilers, I guess. I don't know. Victoria had 5-2 Oilers. Horlock had 6-4 Oilers. Now, Wild versus Avalanche. What was the score?
5-1 Colorado.
Right. Jacket had 5-4 Wild. Avatar 3-2 Avs. Mercer had 4-3 Avs. Serrano had 4-3 Wild. Victoria had 4-3 Avalanche. C2 had 3-2 Avs. Pearlo had 5-3 Avs. I was about as close as you could get. Victoria 4-3 and H&R 4-3. Coyotes versus Ducks.
Ducks
It
was
was
3-2.
3-2 Ducks. Yes. Jacket 2-1 Yotes. Serrano 3-2 Yotes. H&R 5-1 Yotes. Mercer again.
Wow. He's hot.
Mercer. Mercer, what are you going to do with all of these, man? I don't want you to go selling them all on eBay either. These are hard to come by, my friend. You shine those up and keep those on your mantle. My gosh, you got it again. 3-2 Ducks. Mercer was on fire.
Damn. Red hot.
Colorado just traded for Jonas Johansson, really?
Not seeing anything
From
on Twitter.
from Minnesota. Pearlo 1-0 Yotes. Victoria 4-3 Yotes. CL 4-1 Ducks. Okay, we got 5-6 minutes. Which one do you
Also,
like?
the Anaheim game, Zegras and Drysdale got their
Got a
first
goal
career
each.
goals just like a minute apart. Isn't that amazing for the Ducks? The future is bright there. And I was seeing a post. I think, you know what? I think the Ducks, what they should do is just really jump into this rebuild and build around Zegers and Drysdale. You know,
Oh yeah,
really
absolutely.
jump into it, trade away Raquel, start really rebuilding, and just start focusing on this youth movement that you have, and focus on those young players because
Perfect.
honestly, this Ducks team, they're young and bright, but I think it's going to take a bit of time before this team is even ready to, make it into the playoffs.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so uh, with that in mind, what about Manson? What about Lindholm?
I think you get rid of those guys. You get some draft picks. You
You do
start,
you?
yeah. You know, you don't want to waste those guys' careers in a rebuilding team like the Anaheim Ducks. You want those guys to go out and do probably other things. Cam Fowler, maybe even get rid of him as well. If you can, that contract's massive. But I think for Anaheim, you really just start jumping into this rebuild and you kind of start looking at maybe trading away a Hampus Lindholm or, a Josh Manson. Maybe keep Hampus Lindholm. He's a nice leadership guy.
He's 27, right?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
27.
27?
He's young, so maybe you keep him for a little bit. If your rebuild goes longer than expected, then maybe trade him later on. I think it's really just time to start building around Jamie Drysdale and Trevor Zegras because those two guys will be your future. But you need to start drafting some more prospects and really start building up that defensive depth. Because I mean, they got Jamie Drysdale, but their forward core for their future is good, but they got an
It's
abundance of prospects that will be tweener guys. They need more guys that, can pack a punch like how Zegras can. They need that future goal scorer. They just really need to start building up the picks and really start building up that system. Kind of like what the Kings did, right? You trade away most of your guys, you keep some pieces that you used to have, and really just go and draft as much players as you can. That's what I would
but
do.
yeah, I mean they kind of were already rebuilding. But
Yeah.
let's okay. Here's the big question though. If you're going to really do a burn down, and I think Anaheim's trying to avoid this because they're not in a market
No.
that's people are going to flood to
Hmm.
if they're sucking every night, right?
Yeah.
But so with that in mind, what about Gibson?
Gibson. Now depends on how good Lucas Dostal will be and their prospect system, which I think Lucas Dostal will be great. John Gibson, it's a tough one because he has a great contract. He's locked up for a long time, but you know what happens once Gibson hits 30? You might just be wasting his career sitting there in Anaheim, practically, saving every puck because the team can't play defense. I think you could get a lot out of John Gibson, and there will be
So for
teams that
sure.
will pay you a lot to get John Gibson. And goalies are voodoo. And I as a fan, I would almost take a bet on trading John Gibson. Probably Ducks fans wouldn't want to see that, But if you're going full on rebuild and you know you're going to be rebuilding for a bit, I would think about trading Gibson and get a huge amount of prospects, maybe even NHL ready players that could already jump into the lineup.
Uh,
Because
that
the
was what
trade
I'd be
value,
doing is NHL ready young players is what
hmm
Anaheim would probably be trying to do
yeah,
a lot of, right?
yeah, and that's what they're going to be focusing on is the NHL ready players. And John Gibson this year analytically has actually been on the same levels as Sergei Bobrovsky this year,
Yeah.
analytically
I
wise,
think
and that's
he's just
because,
losing his soul a bit. Yeah,
and I think so too. And how long is John Gibson going to really stay there before he asks to be traded?
exactly.
You know, John Gibson's a great goalie and he knows what he can do.
Yeah,
So when is that going to happen? We'll have to see. But
yeah.
they got a good amount of prospects left, but they need to get some more some great other players. Zegras and Drysdale is a perfect start. They got Peralta and some other guys,
Yeah.
um, but they need
I
some more
think they're
players.
still quite a ways away, to tell you the honest
Yeah,
truth. Like, they've
same.
got some good pieces, but they don't have a lot of pieces in their program right now to be able to say that they're ready to get out of a rebuild even close. And I think it's just a shame that Gibson is floundering around there. Just let him go. Maybe get that Swede this year if you can get him, if you can get a high pick,
Yes, for
Exfelt or
Wallstead,
whatever. Yeah,
that would be
yeah,
great.
something like
I think
that,
that'd be
and then
perfect.
just keep on going. Okay, if we all have a message for all your dogs out there. We got our sponsor who's fantastic. We're going to take a bit of a break, but we're going to be back with all of your picks. The finest picks in the land here in Pearlo land. Right after this.
Greetings. This is Steel Flyers from the Steel Flyers All Sports Network, and we have two very special guests. We are delighted to be joined by Tracy Musser and Nicole Howard from the Canine Country Club Resorts. Tracy and Nicole are both managers for CCC Resorts and work at the Windsor or at the club, one of two locations both in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Congratulations on your 30th year anniversary of being in business. Let me start off by saying this. Steel Flyer stands behind this company 100%. Taken care of Steel Flyer's furry friend for the last 2 years now, and they are a one-stop shop for everything your furry friend needs. In fact, let's find out what our friends at CCC Resorts offer. Nicole, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. What are some of the great boarding services that you guys offer, and what do we have to do in order to get our furry friends taken care of when we are unable to travel with them?
Well, we like to bring everybody in for a tour first. That way they can see the behind the scenes, they can see where they stay, they can see where they play, and then we explain all of the fun things that we can add on to their reservation, whether it be one of our packages, either a nature walk, a ball time, or even a cuddle time.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Boy, it sure sounds like a resort to me. So how are you today, Tracy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Tracy, tell me, is it true that you guys have both an indoor and an outdoor pool at the Windsor location?
It is true. We've got one of each, so we're able to offer year-round swimming. The indoor pool is a great option for dogs who are swimming for therapy or rehab. It's got that sloped entry so they can wade into the water. Our outdoor pool is a little bit larger and it's 4 foot deep the whole way across. And both of them are saltwater pools, so it's really easy on the dog's skin and coat.
Wow, that's very awesome. So then during the summer months, you have a much deeper pool outside and then a sloped entry shallow pool indoors for the dogs. Tracy, tell the folks how we can get some pool time.
Well, the first thing everyone does is come for an intro swim. We use that time to make sure the dog is comfortable in the water. We make sure they know how to get out of the pool safely, and we go over all the pool rules and etiquette with the clients as well. After that, they're able to schedule private appointments where they have the pool to themselves, or they can invite friends and have a whole group swim going on.
So after a dip in the pool, then it would have to be off to the groomers, right? I mean, our furry friends cannot go out looking their best. Nicole, what are some of the great services your top-notch groomers provide?
Our groomers, they specialize in full service grooms. We can do the basics, whether it be just a bath and a brush out or a blowout. Or for the extra pampered pooches, we can do nail dremels, we can do deodorizing soaks, and also facials.
Wow, man, that sounds like a resort if you ask me. Tracy, I know one of the main programs here at CCC Resorts is the WAGS program. The Steel Flyers dog is enrolled in this program. So why don't you tell the folks what is involved in this and how they can get enrolled?
Yeah, the WAGS program is our primary daycare option at the Windsor. It's designed to be a structured program for people who are looking for a set routine for their dog. They all come on the same days each week, which allows them to have set friends, and we know exactly what's going on with each group. So we do a little bit more activities and we build more into their daily routine there. But we've got other daycare options as well for people looking for a little less commitment. We do an hourly care where you can drop them off and just pay by the hour. We also do a day stay option, which is great for the dogs that prefer human friends instead of making friends with other dogs. And then we have a traditional daycare option as well if you're looking for the occasional outing for your dog.
Wow, there you have it. A full service groomer, a daycare program, and an indoor and outdoor pool. What more could you ask for? Sure seems like CCC Resorts has everything covered. Remember, DOG, depend on God.
Hello, everybody. We're back. Oh, did I have my
Ooh.
I had my window thing on again? I always forget to turn that off. My capture. Okay, so tonight we got 5 games tonight, but we're going to be doing Saturday's games too. So everybody hunker down,
Oh,
get out
baby. There's
your
a lot of games for Saturday, too.
yes, get all your
Ah,
stuff out, your protractors and calculators and
get a little stretch in, too.
compasses and all of that. Get a stretch in. We
Ah.
get yourself some hot cocoa ah, or something, whatever suits your fancy, and we're gonna get down to her. I'm gonna tweet this off. I'm gonna. There you go.
Damn right. Let's get it going.
Okay, so
So I think the first game is the Washington Rangers game. Washington
uh,
Capitals versus the Rangers.
I suppose it would be. Are you all ready? We got 8 people back in here. Sweet. If you're new here, this is what we're doing. You're putting Capitals versus Rangers. We're starting with the Capitals versus the Rangers.
Yeah.
And all you do is you say which team is going to win, and then you tell me what the score is going to be. We're going to do Friday's games and try to get as many of Saturday's games as we possibly can. And if you win, well, you'll get fabulous prizes. And we're starting to work out more here. Like in the chat, we're looking at a Pearlo bracelet now. We got a Pearlo badge. Maybe I'll give you a choice. Pearlo wisdom necklace. Then I'm gonna get some T-shirts going too. We're seriously gonna get T-shirts eventually. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, now for the game. Let's look. I got to get all my stuff up here again for like left wing lock.
Um,
In net, I believe it's Gorgiev was confirmed and Vanacek is confirmed in net, right?
I think so.
Yes, they are. And as far as the week, the Rangers are coming off the huge shellacking. So what do you figure here? Do you think the Rangers can possibly go into this game overconfident?
Looking over, the Capitals and Rangers have only faced 2 times this year, but the Rangers have beat them 2 times. I think coming into this game, I think the Rangers are going to be red hot. You know, you coming off a 9-0 victory. Now maybe you'll come off and maybe you won't play as good. I don't know if the coaches are back, if Quinn's back in the bench or if they're still using the Hartford coaches there. But I think I'm going to go with the Rangers 4-3 Rangers in this one. And that's what I'm going to go with. The Rangers have been pretty good against the Capitals, and I think it's going to be a close one. I think the Rangers will take the edge, though.
Okay. Mercer, is he going? You leaving us, Mercer? What are you doing? New York, or is he just saying he's just being nice? Angel has Rangers 3-2. You said 4-3.
Yeah, I said 4-3 for the Rangers.
Rangers 3-2. Payton. You can keep on talking about the game if you want while I'm doing this, Peyton. Give people
All
some kind
right,
of listen.
perfect. Yeah, I think the Rangers, I think the Capitals have also done pretty good. I think, you know, the Capitals, yeah, they're coming off of 6 in a row games, so I think both teams will be coming into this game a bit cocky. Capitals know what they need to do. They're going to be coming in playing good, and I think the Rangers will be coming in red hot as well. It should be a fun, competitive game. I think there'll be a lot of goal scoring between these two teams. But I think the Rangers are just going to take the edge. If Gorgiev's in the net, Gorgiev hasn't been too great this year, but
He's been better
um,
as of late, though.
yeah, he's been better as of late, and Venasek has been solid all year long as well. So, uh, I think there will be a lot of goal scoring though with Venasek and Gorgiev in the net. I think you're going to definitely be seeing a close knit game with a lot of goal scoring for sure.
Yeah. No OT for me. Okay. You don't have to OT it if you don't want to. Angel. Oh, you took off the OT now. Shit.
Yeah.
Angel is really getting right into this because she took it on, took it off. So I have. Who am I missing? Anybody here?
Did he get Joey? He says 3-2 Rangers.
Joey Serrano. Yeah, I got
Yeah. All right, I think
her.
that does mostly everyone there.
I am going to say. See, Gorgiev has been playing pretty good. Vanacek has been kind of losing it lately.
I,
Uh,
I, I think he's still been doing well, but I think the Rangers are going to be tough opposition, especially since they put up 9 goals against the Flyers there the other night.
I'm going to go off here and say Rangers 5-3.
Oh, also
CL.
CL goes
CL
4-0
4
Caps.
nothing Caps. Capitals. CL can go on a freaking run sometimes, I'll tell you.
And then Kyle goes 4-2 Capitals as well.
4-2 Capitals. I got you, Kyle Mercer. I got you, Mr. Mercer. Uh,
Mr. Mercer, the Mercer Report.
The Mercer Report. Yeah, that's what it's from. Mercer Report. Anybody know the
Yeah, on
Mercer Report? That's a
CBC.
Canadian dude. Yeah.
That was like a
He's
big
so
show for us Canadians.
he's very funny guy.
He was a very funny guy. I don't even think he's working for CBC anymore.
I
Oh,
don't think so
Hawk
either.
News Report, you're back. We're right now picking the Rangers Capitals game. The Rangers, they came off a 9-1 or nothing 9-0 victory. They've also beat the Capitals the 2 times that they faced, and the Capitals are on a 6-game winning streak. So that's what we got going forward. I'm choosing the Rangers 4-3 in this game.
Yeah.
And Perlo, have you chosen yet?
Yeah,
What
I
was
did.
your
I took
prediction?
5-3 Rangers.
5-3 Rangers.
Okay, so we'll go to the next game while Hockey News is working on that because we got
Perfect.
lots of games to do. So
We do.
what's the next game?
The Canucks versus the Canadians.
Canucks versus Canadians, and the Canadians just came up against Winnipeg, right? And they had to fly all the way to Montreal. After that, we saw already how beat
And it'll
up
be
Win
also
how beat up Win and yeah, for goaltending it's going to be Allen and Demko.
Demko. I think Demko has been red hot.
Oh, he's crazy,
Um,
crazy
um,
hot.
red hot right now, and I think if Montreal's been losing a lot lately. Montreal's just been. I think Pedersen's coming back in the lineup too, if I'm correct. Is he back in?
No, I don't
No, he's
believe
still
he
not in.
is. I don't believe he
No.
is. No, no.
Well, still, I think for this one, you know, their series have been playing a lot of games. The last one was by Montreal. Oh, this is going to be their last matchup against each other. Wow, huh? Um, oh man, this is going to be a tough one because Montreal's done really good against the Vancouver Canucks all season long, especially Tyler Toffoli. But the problem is that the Habs have been struggling out of the late with their new coach, 4-3-4. Um, mm, I feel like I'm going to regret taking the Habs, but I feel like I'm also going to regret taking the Canucks as well. That's just how I feel about both of the teams. Like I know they'll either or they'll disappoint me. Pedersen's not coming back, and Peterson's out too. Ooh.
Yeah, Pearson's out too. That's right. Yes, I was going to mention that. Thank you very much, Hockey News Reports, for bringing
And
that fun.
Hockey News Report also goes 6-4 Caps.
Yes, I got that. I got that.
And
I
then
got
Mercer goes 3-2 Canucks. 3-2 in
3-2
overtime for Canucks for Hockey
Canucks
News
in
Report.
overtime. OT.
Mercer 3-2 Canucks, and then News Report 3-2 overtime.
Evan Sullivan. Yeah, we'll have to work at a time, dude. E Money is in the house. Yeah, we'll do a show down the road here. Serrano.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to go with the
3-1.
Habs too. I think I'm gonna go 4-1 Habs. No, with that Demko in the net, I might go 2-1 Habs.
Two.
I'll go the reverse of Angel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she's going 2-1 Canucks. I'll go 2-1 Habs. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think the Habs
2-1.
will have a bounce back night. They need to. They need to win tonight's game. With the Canucks just barreling right behind them in the playoff race, they need to win tonight. They need to play with a little bit of desperation.
Oh, Heavy's back. Heavy K. Yeah, they do. They do need it, no doubt about that. I just have a wonder how much they're going to have left after that long road trip and that big series
Yeah.
against the Jets, who we saw how much the Jets had left after that, which wasn't very much, and they didn't even travel that far.
No, yeah, and that's going to be an issue. But I mean, you look at the Canucks too. They played a lot of games over this past little stint as well. Having to play against the Sens 2 games in a row, or the on the 17th and the 15th, and then they also had to go up against the Oilers, and then the Canadians. They've been playing a ton of games this month already, so I think both teams coming into this
Oh,
will be pretty
Seattle,
exhausted. But
3-1.
also the Canucks do have a 3-game winning streak coming into tonight's game as well, so that might play a bit of a toll into this one. But I think I'm still going to go with the Habs.
I am going with the Canucks because I think that Montreal's going to be pretty beat up after that Winnipeg series and the flight and everything like that.
Hmm.
And like you said, Demko has just been insane. Allen
Demko
has
has
been
been.
better, so I do like a low score here.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's why I'm going 2-1 Habs because I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. It's going to be kind of like the Oilers Jets. I think it's just going to be that type of style of game. It's going to be very defensive, especially since the Canucks are missing Pedersen and Pearson. You're missing 2 big goal scorers, so I think it's going to be a very low scoring game.
I'm gonna go two. I'm gonna call the shutout for Demko. I'm gonna go 2-0 Canucks in this game.
Oh yeah.
I think Canadians are going to be tired. They're not going to be able to get as many shots away as they normally would, and you got to get lots of shots away to be beating Demko right now. He
Hmm.
is insane. So I'm going to go 2-0 Canucks on that one. Oh, Angel's a boy. I apologize.
Oh wow. Sorry, bud.
Sorry about that. Good enough. Okay. Uh,
Flames, Maple Leafs now. I think it is.
yes. Sure. Let's go. We can go whatever one you want. Flames,
Galchenyuk.
Leafs.
Galchenyuk's making his debut tonight on the
Wow.
second line with Tavares and Nylander.
Wow. Really?
Yeah,
Just
he's playing
imagine
right on the second
that.
line.
Just
If he
imagine
pops off
that.
tonight, that's gonna be nuts.
I kind of get a feeling he will.
I know, I know. Please no. um, this is a tough one. Maple Leafs, they've been struggling the late. I feel like they're gonna come playing hard tonight. They've been having a little bit of a, I don't know. This is a tough one. Flames, they got demolished. So they're gonna be looking for a bounce back tonight. They're playing Jacob Markstrom once again.
Yeah.
Man, why they? Man, I gotta say, I love that Markstrom's good there, but man, do they ever overplay Markstrom? They play him so much.
Yeah, well,
And
you can't really
Freddie
trust
Anderson,
what's his name there very
Riddick.
much. Riddick. Yeah, I mean he did have the odd good game, but then he's so emotional. He has one bad thing. Like, you remember? Did you see that game where he freaking headbutted the wall that one
Yeah,
time? It was like,
yeah,
come on,
yeah.
dude, you got to settle out, right? So yeah, that would be why, I guess. I mean, you pay a guy $6 million for 6 years, you better use him too. But I agree. they do use him an awful lot, and I always thought he was a little overrated, didn't you?
Yeah, Jacob Markstrom. Yeah, yeah. He's a good goalie, but man, he got ripped apart against the Oilers. He's just like every other goalie. His stats are meh. A 903 save percentage and a 290. Um, Jacob Markstrom's also very injury prone, and we've seen that this year. If you keep overplaying this guy, he's just going to keep getting injured. And Calgary has to be careful. You can't rely on Jacob Markstrom all year long to carry you guys into the playoffs. Sometimes you do got to rely on David Riddick, and he is a very emotional guy. Also, the Leafs have beat the Calgary Flames in the season series 3-1. The Flames have only won one game that was 3-0 back in February on the 22nd.
Mm.
So I think I'm going to give this one to the Leafs. I think Galchenyuk is going to be a difference maker in this game. I feel for the Leafs. I just have that kind of gut feeling that Galchenyuk is just going to have a different night. He's an offensive guy playing alongside Tavares and Nylander, two great offensive guys.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the Leafs. I think I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go 6-2 Leafs. I think the Flames will not have a bounce back night. I think they're just gonna get pounded again. Uh, and I'm gonna go 6-2 Leafs.
Okay, Payton, 6-2 Leafs. Two
We
Leafs.
also got
Mercer has
Angel.
5-2 Leafs.
Yeah, 2-1 Leafs for Angel. He changed his one to 2 to
Wade
1.
changes his. He changes his to. Oh, he's not doing the shutout all of a sudden.
And CL going with 2-1 Leafs as well.
CL is going. Look at the low scoring. That has me
He-
worried because I have the over on this.
Heavy goes with 3-1 Flames. Joey goes with 4-2 Flames.
Heavy K goes with 3-1 Flames. Wow. Who did? Joey go. Serrano. Serrano's the one on the. He's on a heater right now too, so that worries me too.
Hey, Avatar, you're here, man. You got a
Avatar.
Pearlo.
Oh, you got
got your
two
Pearlo
necklaces
necklace.
heading your way, Avatar. You're
Yeah,
lucky
the
you
Pearlo
came in
chopper's
here.
on its way.
You're lucky you came here though, because you can't get them unless you're here. So now that you've showed up, we can send that off to you.
Hockey news report goes 2-0 Flames.
2-0 Flames. Hockey news reports 2-0 Flames.
Avatar, we're on the same lave.
6-2 Leafs. Okay.
We're on the same. We're on the. Oh my! I can't find the word, but we're on the same length. We both went with 6-2.
Wavelength, I think is what you're trying to say. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is there any more? Because I'm running out of room here. Play better against the. I think the Flames are going to get crushed here. They also had to fly from the west for this game too, right? I do believe.
Yeah, and I think they have a back-to-back.
They just
this
played
week,
Edmonton,
too.
and now they're flying to Toronto.
Yeah, they played them on Wednesday. Now they got to fly all the way to Toronto. It's gonna be, and especially that 7-3 loss. It was punishing. It was a punishing loss for Calgary. They played two punishing games against Edmonton, and we've seen it before. Where usually, when you finish off the Battle of Alberta, usually, the next game is pretty rough. So, maybe the Flames have a bounce back night and Markstrom plays huge, but I feel like the jet lag, yeah, it will be kind of a hinder there on the Flames.
I got 5-1 Leafs. I'm putting 5-1 Leafs down here. Okay, let's go to the next one. What's
Blues
next?
and Sharks.
Blues versus Sharks. Okay, this is I
who's in the
believe
starting net?
Bennington's going to be in. I haven't heard
Yeah,
any confirmation.
and Jones is confirmed to be
Okay.
the starter for the Sharks.
Right, and the Blues, I believe, had a bit of a break here now. And,
Yeah, I could check for you.
no,
Yeah,
they didn't have a break.
17th. Oh my lord, they have a 5-game losing streak right now.
Yeah,
Whew.
the Blues do. Yeah, the Blues are very injured but they're getting Schwartz back tonight.
Okay, well, I mean the Sharks suck anyways, so
Yeah, they have been
Um,
playing better, but still.
the Sharks are Sharks. Their defense is eh. I mean St. Louis is eh as well this year. Um, their last game the Sharks won it's been back and forth between the Sharks and the Blues most of the season. Um, this is a tough one because the Sharks have been, better producing than what the Blues have in the past little bit. I think. Wow, Hockey News Report goes 7-4 Sharks,
See the first one? Hockey News Reports.
and Avatar goes 3-2 Blues, and Angel goes 4-3 Blues. I think I'm gonna go with the Sharks with this one.
Sharks. Oh, really?
Um,
Okay.
the Blues 5-game losing streak. I think the Sharks will take advantage of this one. I think they're gonna win. I'm gonna go 5-3. 5-3 Sharks is what I'm gonna go with on this one.
Sharks 5.
I'm gonna be on the side of Hockey News Report and pick the Sharks.
5-3 Sharks.
3-1 for the 3-1 Sharks for Mercer.
Mercer 3-1 Sharks. Wow, a lot of people going with the Sharks here. Not
4-2 Blues for CL.
CL 4-2 Blues.
And Joey goes 3-2 Sharks.
Joey 3-2 Sharks. Okay, Serrano.
And it's a hot take for the 7-4 Sharks. It is an extremely hot take. That's why I'm siding with your hot take, 'cause I think the hot take will pan out. They're both on losing streaks right now, so I feel like siding with the Sharks on this one, especially since the Blues have just been mediocre this season. Especially
Yeah.
like you're a couple points back with the Wild even this year, and the Wild are doing better than you, and that's pretty hard. It's pretty bad.
5-2 Blues from Heavy K.
5-2 Blues. Wow. Yeah, I mean,
You could see it. That's the thing about this, right? Like the Blues could wake up here against this horrible defense. They got those shooters like Perron and
Tarasenko's in the lineup as well.
Schwartz is coming back. Tarasenko's should be getting back on it. Tarasenko takes a while. Tarasenko is the weirdest star ever. Like he's so finicky. Like
He is.
yeah, like if he comes back from injury, he's not like great superstars that can be good right away. It's going to take him like 5 games. Then he'll score 5 goals, and yeah, he's very weird. I think I'm going to go with the Blues here, but not by much. Like 4-3 Blues, something like that. I think yes, the over on this is probably good. Luke Shannon, I didn't think he wasn't. Why was he injured? Let me see if it is. Let me see injuries here just to get an update, just to make sure. I was pretty sure I saw they were getting some guys back today. San Jose doesn't really have any significant injuries. Uh,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Schwartz is back. Schwartz is his name, right? He's like their like leader as far as energy leader and scoring and all that stuff like that. That's why I kind of think maybe they'll pull it out this time. Parayko's not back. Robert Thomas isn't back, so they still have a lot of guys out, but him coming back is pretty huge. So that's kind of why I lean towards them. Hey, Hot Take Hockey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, my man?
The GOAT 2. Okay, let's go. What's the next game, bud?
Vegas Golden Knights against the Los Angeles Kings on this one. You got
Vegas
Fleury
versus
in the back of the net for the. It's unconfirmed
confirmed?
yet. It's unconfirmed, but it's
I
predicted.
heard Lehner.
Fleury.
I heard Lehner might be back now.
And Lehner might be back as well, and then also Peterson, but he's unconfirmed as well. So no confirmed starters on the Kings Knights game just yet. The Knights are right now riding a 4-game winning streak as well. While the Kings they won their last game against the Blues, but have lost against the Colorado Avalanche. They've been tossing and turning, but they haven't been winning very many games in the past little bit. And especially against the Vegas Golden Knights, the LA Kings haven't done very well, but it's been close games. The last one was 4-3 between the Kings and the Knights. So
the Kings have got their kid Dolan back, and I just want to talk about him because I think he's going to be fantastic. I really love that kid. Anderson Dolan?
Yeah. I don't know too much about Anderson Dolan. Well, actually, 7 points in 7 games. That is pretty damn good. to start
Yeah.
off this season. So yeah, yeah, that'll be a pretty exciting player to have back in your lineup for sure. I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup, especially going up against the Vegas Golden Knights, who have been pretty hot in their past couple of games. I mean, they've been facing some pretty bad teams in the Sharks and the Blues, and they've been able to rip them up goal scoring wise. I think, man, this is gonna be. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Golden Knights again. I might go with the Kings in this one. Actually, I think the Kings will be able to pull it off. I think it's gonna be a really close one. I think it's gonna be 3-2 Kings is what I'm gonna go with in this one.
4-1 Vegas. Okay, Mercer's 4-1 Vegas. Angel is 3-0 Angel.
Yeah, news reports 3-1 Kings. Hot take. Yeah, I'm going 3-2 Kings. Vegas 4-1 for Mercer. Avatar goes 4-2 Vegas.
What did you say? 3-2 Kings.
Yeah,
I'm on the fence about this game too, and there was a reason for that. I think Vegas was playing a lot of games or something. I can't remember what it was. I just liked LA's. LA's not going to get outworked.
hmm
I think in the end I'm going to end up going with Vegas here, but Heavy K 5-1 Knights. Wow.
Yeah, 3-1 Kings there, 4-1 or for Hockey News Report.
I
Kyle
got that.
Mercer goes 4-1 Vegas. Avatar 4-2 Knights. Joey goes 4-2 Kings. Yeah, we agree. Angel goes.
Seattle 6-1 Vegas.
Yeah, that is very believable. I mean, that could possibly happen
That's the
tonight.
thing. It seems like anything could happen.
Yeah, like you could have the Kings totally pull off a great victory, or you could have the Vegas Golden Knights just absolutely smash the LA Kings.
And
Um,
part of that is because Peterson's in, and I think right, it hasn't been confirmed, but
yeah, hasn't been
if
confirmed. It could be
if
Peterson.
if Quick is in, I'm all over Vegas,
Oh yeah,
but
without a doubt.
without a doubt, if Peterson's in, I'm gonna go. Even if Peterson's in, I'm gonna go Vegas. If it's Peterson and Flurry, like LA's gonna, I'm gonna say 4-1 Vegas.
4-1 Vegas.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with that either. I don't know, because it could be all over the place, but I'm going to say 4-1 Vegas. I think we got, if anybody's new here, you just put the Boston versus Buffalo game is postponed.
Yeah, I can't remember. I seen it. I think there was a couple games that are actually being canceled for the Bruins. I think.
For Saturday?
Let me just double check here right quick. I seen the notification on my phone. Yeah, pair of Bruins games postponed. Bruins March 20th and March 23rd games versus the Buffalo Sabres and New York Islanders are respectively postponed due the NHL COVID protocols.
Wow.
So those two games are done and canceled. Also, Steele was texting as well. Caps 5-2 and Montreal 4-3 in overtime.
Who was, Steele was, oh, Caps 5, oh, you're going back
5-2.
here, are you?
Yeah.
Caps
I
5-2.
didn't see that he was texting in the group chat, but
Oh, I didn't see that either. Caps 5-2.
yeah, Caps 5-2 and then Montreal 4-3 overtime. Yeah, Heavy K. It was just in our group chat that we have for all the Steel Flyers peeps.
Okay. All right. Next
Anyways,
game. Next game.
Next game, we're gonna be getting
Saturday?
on to Saturday night
Okay.
hockey, baby.
Saturday afternoon games.
All right, so the first one, Penguins versus the Devils.
Penguins versus Devils, and well, it's going to be. We don't know if Blackwood will be in that. If it's going to be back to Wedgwood, almost
Yeah,
better. Might as well just keep on rolling with Wedgwood, right?
We could.
No, I'm saying like New Jersey might as well keep on rolling with Wedgwood the way he's playing.
Also, Steele says 3-1 Vegas between the Kings Vegas game.
3-1 Vegas. Okay. Okay, that's it, Steele. You got to go for the next games. Well, okay. Hockey News Reports has 4-3 Pens.
This is gonna be yeah. I think the Pens are gonna have a bounce back game. I think yeah, I think they're gonna have a bounce back game in this one. I'm gonna go oh man. without Malkin in the lineup. I feel like it's going to be 2-1 Pens.
Ooh.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be a low scoring one.
Without Malkin, Avatar 3-2 Pens.
And I mean, if Blackwood's in the net, I think he'll. Unless Wedgwood's in the net, I think it's going to be a low scoring one. Between the two teams in the next game, it wasn't very much of a goal scoring game. It was only 3-2 between the Penguins and the Devils in the last one. So 2-1 for the Pens. Heavy K got the Penguins 5-2. Avatar 3-2 Pens. Mercer goes with the Devils 3-1.
3-1 Devils. Wow.
And CL goes 2-0 Pens.
2-0 Pens. So I wonder if they'll be going with Jari or DeSmith. I imagine Serrano 3-2 Devils.
And Angel goes 1-0 Pens, and Joey goes 3-2 Devils.
Angel goes 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 Pens.
1-0 Penguins. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Penguins too. I like the idea of the bounce back. I'm going to go 4-2 Penguins. It's an afternoon game too, and I should be lower scores. Usually afternoon games are lower scores.
Mm-hmm.
Are they at the Devils? Are they at New Jersey? Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
I think so.
Okay, the road team has more of an advantage than usual.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey.
In an afternoon game. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Penguins. I got 4-2 mostly because everybody stole all the other scores. I probably would be going lower there, but I want to make sure I don't want to share my pearls of wisdom necklace with anyone. Okay.
The next one is the Panthers and the Preds. Their season series so far, the last game, the Preds won 2-1. The game before that, the Florida Panthers won 6-2. Most of the time, Florida has been winning. They're 3-2 against Nashville, and the season series so far. So, and yeah, they lost the last game against the Preds there. So, this is a tough one. No, it's not a back to back. So, man, this is a tough one because maybe Chris Dredger will be in the back of the net for the Panthers, is what I'm guessing. After Bobrovsky.
This should not be a tough one.
But... No, it shouldn't be. But with the last game that they had, it kind of does make it a little tough because what has everyone got?
The worst part about it is the Panthers should have been the less tired team in that game too. It'll probably be Saros, right? Old man.
I'm guessing so.
Old man Rene's got to take a break now after all that.
The Preds have won 2 in a row games, while the Panthers have won. They lost their last game, but they were riding a 4-game winning streak into that game before they went up against Nashville. I think Florida will have a bounce back game. I don't think they'll lose twice to the Preds. I think I'm gonna go with the. I think I'm gonna go 4-1 Florida is what I'm gonna go with. 4-1 Panthers. Avatar goes 3-2 Preds. Who's in net? I'm guessing Dredger starts for Florida. I'm guessing, and Saros.
It's time for Drigger to finally get some starts here, but they're trying to roll with Bobrovsky to get his confidence up, I guess. I don't know. Mercer says 4-1.
I want my Dredger because he's on my fantasy team, and I want Dredger playing.
4-1.
Actually, I got rid of him because he wasn't playing. Jonas Johansson to the Avs, but still unconfirmed because of COVID. Oh, so there was a deal that happened today, just not confirmed yet?
That's from Minnesota, right? That Johansson? Or Jonas?
Maybe. Unless it's a goalie.
Did they trade the goaltender? Did Buffalo?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's just rumors right now, but Buffalo Sabres trade Jonas Johansson to Colorado.
For who? Francouz, maybe?
I don't know. Kevin Weeks says, breaking news from what I'm told, Buffalo Sabres and Avalanche appear to be close on the deal involving Johansson.
Why would they trade? Oh, there's got to be another goaltender involved there. I would have to imagine.
It's Pearlo,
CL.
Pearlo. It's Buffalo.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, I
W-
guess.
Man, we're Oilers fans. We should know this by now that
Yeah.
we've seen some dumb moves over our lifetime. Shaw or the 1-for-1 Hall for Larson. I mean, we have seen some moves. Anyways,
Okay.
Mercer has the 4-1 Panthers. CL 4-3 Florida.
3-1
Um,
Panthers.
Hockey News Report goes 4-3 Panthers. Angel goes 3-1 Panthers. Joey goes 3-2 Panthers. And Heavy goes 3-1 Panthers.
Serrano goes what?
3-2 Panthers.
3-2 Panthers. Okay, this is an
Mishka for
afternoon game, right?
Johansson. It's 1-for-1.
Oh, Mishka for Johansson? That's
Oh
it?
no.
No, Mishka sucks so bad.
If that is true, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't Johansson play a couple games for Buffalo this year?
If it's Mishka for
Couple
Johansson,
five.
that's ridiculous. Johansson's got way more upside than Mishka. That sounds like it could be, though. That sounds like a Buffalo move right there.
It does. It
Oh
does
my
sound like a
gosh,
Buffalo
that
move.
would be hilarious. Maybe there's draft picks involved too or something.
Maybe.
Maybe they,
So
yeah.
it seems
Uh,
like everyone's going for the Panthers, but for Avatar, he went for the Preds in this game.
there was two people that went for the Preds actually.
Was there?
Well, maybe not. Nope.
No, it was just Avatar. Avatar goes 3-2.
Okay. Okay, and Pearlo's gonna go. This is an afternoon game, so
Yeah, another
I'm
afternoon
gonna
game.
bank that Drigger is in net, and
Yeah, I am too.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Panthers. I'm gonna call another shutout, and then Drigger's gonna get a shutout, and they're gonna keep on rolling with them. Find out.
Yeah, I hope. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, what's
um,
next game?
Wild in Colorado.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Last game was an absolute embarrassment. Colorado got back everyone, and they dominated the Wild.
Yeah.
It was like 50 shots to like 20 or something. I can't exactly remember, but Colorado's riding a 5-game winning streak. They've been 7-2-1 in their last
You
10.
gotta figure they'll go with Kakin in here, right?
Um,
They're not gonna throw Talbot back in there, right?
no, well, Talbot played good. I think
Yeah,
he did a good
I
job,
know,
but
I
I
know,
think you got
but
to go with
still.
Konkinen in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
This is a tough one because, Colorado's back at full power, I feel,
Yeah.
and they've been playing very, very hot. I feel like this one's going to be another one for Colorado. I think, yeah, Kyle Mercer's right. It's anyone's game because, I mean, you look at the record between these two teams. The last game, of course, was 5-1. The game before that was 6-2 Minnesota, 2-1 Colorado for the game before that. It's been back and forth between these two teams. It's like a win-loss, win-loss. And I think I'm going to go with the Wild. They lost the last game. I think they're going to come back. I'm going to go 4-2 Wild is
Okay.
what I'm going to go with. 4-2 Wild.
Hockey News Report says 5-4 Avs.
OT. Ooh.
Avs 5-4. And what do you have? The Wild what?
Yeah, Wild 4-2 is what I'm going with that game. 3-2 Avs for Avatar.
I gotta do
Angel
this again.
goes
Just wait a second. Hockey News Reports
5-4.
5-4 Avs. You have
4-2 Wild.
4-2 Wild.
Avatar goes 3-2 Avs. Angel 3-2 Avalanche in overtime. Mercer
Angel,
goes Wild 2-1. Heavy K goes 6-3
I
Avs.
can't keep up. Just wait. OT. Heavy K does 6-3.
Yeah, 6-3 Avs.
You Serrano has 3-2 Wild.
Yeah, 3-2 Wild. Yeah.
Am I missing somebody? Angel. Avatar. Got Avatar. Angel. Mercer 2-1 Wild.
Yeah.
I am. Any new people, by the way, just give us your picks. Who's going to win the games and what the score is, and you'll get fabulous prizes. CL53 Wild. If you get them right and you're in the chat next time. I am
5-3
going to
Wild.
take. I gotta go with the. I gotta go with this rockin' Avalanche team that's fully loaded. I love the Wild too. If there's one team that they're not gonna win back to back with, it would probably be the Wild. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be low scoring and OT.
Mm-hmm.
Though, I think I'm gonna go. Somebody already took 3-2 Avs, right? Yeah, in OT. Somebody already took my score. Let's go
Just
crazy
go.
and go 2-1 Wild enough. Or 2-1 Avs.
Ooh, spicy.
2-1 Avs
Spicy hot
OT.
take.
OT. That would be rare because there's so much firepower on both of those teams. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
Grubauer and Kakinen just got to be freaking stopping everything, right? It's got to
They
be like,
really gonna have to be.
whoa, they're going to be doing ninja all over the place there. For sure. Kakinen can do it, though, man. That kid does, that kid is rocking.
He is rocking. Capo Kalkinen, I mean, what a great pickup for the Wild. What a great prospect. He's been developing great, and he's had a great year so far. So I think he'll be a big difference maker. And I mean, I think the Wild will have a bounce back night. I think the coach will go give him a little bit of a boot in the locker room after that one because it was a rough game. They got absolutely dominated
Well,
by
they
that
were
McKinnon
tired.
line.
They were eventually got to get tired. Like their schedule was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I kept on wondering, when are they going to tire out? And then I found out that Makar and was back, and I'm like, this is the time right here. This is when they're going to tire out. I think they got a big break after that one too. So yeah, I think the Avalanche are going to take them.
Next one is Tampa and Chicago. Tampa right now in their last 10, they're 7-2-1. Chicago's 3-6-1. Chicago riding a three losses in a row, while Tampa Bay has 2 wins in a row. Tampa Bay's been pretty hot lately. Just their entire team has been pumping. Tampa Bay has also won the last 2 appearances against Chicago. This should be their final one against each other, I think. Or no, I think they have one more after that at April 27th. So 2 more matchups. I think I'm going to choose Tampa Bay on this one, especially if Vasilevsky's in the net again, which most likely he will be. I think I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on this one. I'll go with I think it's going to be 5-3 Tampa Bay. That's what I'm going to go with on this one.
5-3 Bolts. Yeah, it should be going back to Lankinen again. I don't think they're going to go back to Subban too many more times after now.
No.
Yeah, I think they'll.
I think
Yeah,
Chicago's fallen off a bit as well.
yeah.
They got off to a really hot
Tampa
start.
does something stupid and puts McElhinney in, but.
Yeah, and Kane absolutely pops off, but I just don't. I see the Hawks kind of starting going downhill. Who's starting for the Hawks? We're most likely Lankinen.
Most likely Lankinen. Everybody loves Lankinen, and for good reason. He has been fantastic. Mercer.
He has been. He has been amazing for the team.
You can't say Kaprizov is a lock because Lankinen, if he keeps on playing, and they happen to make the playoffs, I don't know.
I think Kaprizov is a lock though. Lankinen's been good, but I don't think he's been as good as the Kaprizov.
What did Mercer have? 3-2 Bolts. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me now.
What?
My pen.
Oh, did it burn out?
I had another one here somewhere.
Well, if you need me to, I could track them as well.
No, I had one here, like right here. Yeah, that one.
So we got
I got one right here.
Avatar 3-2 Hawks. Mercer takes the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-2.
I don't have one right there. Yeah, write them down for a second.
So you're taking 3-2 on the Tampa. Need to write down the actual team as well. Chicago. Joey, you're taking the Chicago Blackhawks as well. 4-2 Chicago. News report takes 6-2 Tampa. Nice. You're on the kind of the same boat as me.
Okay, I gotta write them down though because I'm gonna be the one here. You might not even be here.
Well,
Okay.
I could always send you the document as well.
True. There's always a way.
Angel, you
Angel,
take 2-0 Blackhawks.
2-0 Hawks.
CL takes
Mercer was Bolts,
6-1
right?
Bolts.
CL takes 6-1 Bolts. He likes to take those blowouts. CL.
Well, you
Heavy
never
K.
know. Could possibly happen, and then you'll be praised big time.
HK. Yeah, well, that's how he gets all the praise. That's why he does that.
K
4-2
goes
Hawks.
4-2.
Wow, a lot of people taking the Hawks because people love that underdog team that's kicking butt, right?
Yeah, that's what Chicago has been. They have fell off a little bit, so we'll have to see if they can have maybe a bounce back afternoon game against Tampa Bay tomorrow. They definitely need it. They definitely need to have a bounce back game and get back on the right road.
Perlo, I'm going to go the Bolts here too. I have a feeling this one's not going to be pretty. I'm taking 5-2 Bolts.
5-2 Bolts.
I just have a feeling that the Bolts are getting on a roll now, and once they get on a roll, like they're pretty much unstoppable. So,
Mm-hmm.
one more game. Like we can do two more games maybe.
We got lots of Saturday night games. So which one do you want to go for next?
Whatever one you feel like, dude.
Um, let's go. We already kind of did. Let's do the
Like the
Flyers
pick.
Islanders.
Ooh, that's a spicy one for sure.
Flyers
Flyers
Anderson.
versus
Oh, Flyers.
Islanders.
Islanders. Yep.
After the Flyers almost blew the lead,
So
Islanders came back and they still won the game and they got
yep.
slaughtered. So there's a lot of storylines to this one.
Yeah. Yeah. The Islanders, their last 10, they're 8-2 with a 2-game losing streak right now. While the Flyers, they have a riding 1-game winning streak, and they have a 4-6 record in their last 10. The season series so far, the Flyers have taken advantage of the Islanders. They've won all their games against the Islanders. All close ones, though. All 1-game differences between each game. Um, I think I'm going to have to choose the Islanders on this one. I feel like they got to come in motivated to this one. I think it's going to be. I'm going to go 2-1 Islanders, is what I'm going to go for this one. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a close one. 2-1 Islanders.
2-1 Islanders for, okay. Payton has 2-1 Islanders. This is not an afternoon game, right? Okay.
No, it's a later on
Islanders.
game, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's starting at.
Okay, what do we got? Hockey News Reports takes 3-1 Islanders.
Yeah, Joey got 3-2 Flyers. Angel got 2-1 Flyers.
Joe Serrano's a Flyers fan.
Yeah,
So what did he say? 3-2?
3-2 Flyers. Yeah.
Angel
2-1
has
Flyers.
2-1 Flyers.
And then Mercer goes Islanders 4-1.
Mercer 4-1 Islanders. I wonder who's going to be in net for this one. I imagine they'll go right back to Carter Hart.
Varlamov and Carter Hart, I'm guessing. 5-3 Flyers for CL.
Yeah, he's always going to take the Flyers for sure. I think he actually literally bets on the Flyers every time they play. He's had a couple of years where he went pretty broke, I would imagine.
Probably. Probably went pretty broke on the Rangers game there. 9-0 loss.
Heavy HK, Heavy K, 4-3 Flyers.
Yeah, 4-3 Flyers for Heavy K.
The thing we're going to see is how the Islanders now do without Lee, right? That's really a big thing.
I think they're really going to be in the talks of making a trade.
For
like,
sure.
They got to be focusing on that 100%. Without a doubt, I think that's going to be their biggest target is replacing either it being Raquel or Forsberg or whoever it may be. They're going to be definitely targeting a top line winger to play. Maybe even Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall would be a perfect fit there in Islanders, like how we were talking.
We were talking
night,
about
Shane.
that, yeah.
Taylor Hall would be a perfect fit for them, but Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Islanders on this one. A lot of people are going with the Flyers, but I'm gonna go with the Islanders on this one.
See, I
Two
just think
one.
Lamorello, if there's even a whiff of idea that he might be a problem in the room, I can't see him going for Hall. That's the only reason why I say. On
Yeah.
paper, he does make sense, but Lamorello really will avoid anything like that, pretty much. So, and
Hmm.
there has been more than a whiff of him being a problem in the room.
Hmm.
Um, I'm going to say I'm really stuck on this one. Honestly, the Islanders' defense or Flyers' defense is. Are they going to play defense now? Did they get? Are they? Did that embarrassment spank them enough to be able to get their game back on track?
Hmm.
Um, I'm going to say 3-2 Islanders, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong because I'm a Flyers fan. So
Hmm. All right, want to get on to the next one?
yep, one more.
All right. Let's do the Stars Red Wings game. I
Okay.
think this one would be a pretty hard one to choose, but the Red Wings, their last 10, they're 5-4-1 with a 2-game winning streak that they're riding on right now, while the Dallas Stars are 3-4-3 with a 1-game losing streak right now. The last game that they lost against the Detroit Red Wings so far in the series, um, Dallas has done pretty well. They won the 2 games against Detroit and lost the one the other night, but Detroit, they've been pretty hot out of the late. Um, this one would be a tough one to choose. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Jake Ottinger in the net or Kodubin. They've been riding Jake Ottinger a lot this week, so I feel like it's going to head over to Kodubin there. I'm guessing he'll be playing, and maybe Bernier in net for the Red Wings as well.
6-1
And
Wings Hockey News Reports flies in with for his hot take.
I'm going to go 5-3 Wings.
Wow.
I'm going hot take as well. 5-3 Wings. I think they're going to continue their hot streak. They've been
I
red hot lately. They've been producing. They've been producing more than what Dallas has.
Angel
Joey goes
has
4-3 Red Wings,
two
and
nothing
Angel goes 2
Wings.
nothing.
Serrano has what did he say? 4-3 Red Wings.
Yeah, Joey 4-3 Red Wings.
See ya,
All right,
Angel.
Angel.
Take care.
Have a good one, man.
Mercer 2-1. Everybody's going to Red Wings.
Everyone's going to Red Wings. Mercer goes with the Red Wings 2-1. Well, they've been red hot lately, so why not?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to disagree here, and that's just because Grice is gonna be in that. I'm going.
Grice has been struggling, but
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I can 3-2 Dallas.
3-2 Dallas.
Yeah, 3-2 Dallas. I just think that it could be even worse than that. Grice is just hasn't been great. Oh, CL's got the Stars too. CL goes 5-2 Stars. Is there any more exciting games, or are we pretty much
We got the Oilers and Jets, Blues,
okay?
Sharks. We got basically all the same games if we want to do the
Let's do
last one there.
Oilers and Jets, and that's it.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so the Oilers, in their last 10, they're 6-4, right in a 2-game winning streak right now, and the Jets are 5-4-1. I have a feeling that like the Jets are going to come back firing in this game. They lost the last 2 games against the Oilers, and I feel like the Jets are going to come back. I think this one is also going to be high scoring. They're going to come out of flying in this one, especially since the Jets are going to be in Edmonton, I'm pretty sure. So I feel like this one's going to be a high scoring one, and I'm going to go. I'm going to go for a lot of goals. I think it's going to be 7-6 Jets.
Yeah, I'm just writing Avatar's last one. 7-6 Jets.
It's a big one.
Woo!
But I'm going big. I think this one's going to be a goal scoring fest.
Payton. 7-6
Thank,
Jets.
thank you, Hockey News Report, for voting for the Oilers for me. I would love to see. I hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong, and the Oilers do win. But
This is a really tough game because the Oilers have been playing extremely well, and I love
we
saying
have
that.
been playing extremely well. Our goaltending's been great between Koskinen and Smith. McDavid's been popping off in the last couple games. Now, maybe the fatigue will hit in hard for the Jets, which might be a case for them. But I don't know. This is a must win for the Jets because they definitely want to get back up in the division. I mean, they're down there in third right now. And most likely, I'm foreseeing a series between the Jets and the Oilers in the playoffs. Especially, I mean, unless the Leafs, keep falling down and, lose the game tonight against the Flames. It's going to be a difficult one. But yeah, everyone's going between the Jets and the Oilers. Mercer goes 4-3 Jets. Avatar picks 5-3 Oilers. Joey goes 5-3 Jets. And CL goes 4-3 Jets.
This should be Smith versus Hellebuck, right?
No, I think Koskinen will be in the net.
You think Koskinen's going to be back?
You got to ride the hot hand.
Oh, there's nothing.
He
didn't get challenged all that much.
No, he made some big saves though. That paddle save was amazing that he made during that game, and he played pretty good.
All right,
and
if they're rolling with Koskinen, I'm taking the Jets.
I think you got to roll with Koskinen on Saturday. I mean, you've been playing Mike Smith a lot these past couple of weeks, so I think going with Koskinen wouldn't be a bad idea, and then playing Smith against Montreal on Monday.
If they're playing Koskinen, I'm going 6-4 Jets. If Smith is in, I'm going 5-2 Oilers. I'll write that down too. Koskinen. If Smith is in.
It should be a pretty entertaining game between those two teams. I'm excited. Well, actually, I might not even be able to watch it. I might be out shooting my music video tomorrow, which I
Jets.
I miss it.
Okay.
I might be able to get back in time though.
That's our full 42, boys and girls.
Ooh.
We'll be back here Monday for the weekend report, and I'm gonna have Helen stitching and everything, all the new fancy swag, the bracelets, the ring o Pearlo. I like that. I like the way that goes up. The ring o Pearlo. I'll get you one of those. And you guys can pick which one you want now. That'll be fun. Right? Right.
Fun prizes.
So I'll have to ask, so I can actually put prizes on my thing. Because I think I have on my thing, win fabulous prize. There's no S.
Yeah.
Because you can only get Pearlo.
You can only get the necklaces. That's it.
Yeah. Anyways, Payton and I are going to start working on something here where we do a show separate than this. I think, right?
Yeah, that is in the criteria. We are thinking about it. Maybe doing like an Oilers show or something like that. But
Kevin Serling jumps in real quick here, puts a pick down. Holy smokes, Kevin, where were you? Yeah, we got to do something. We'll call it Pearlo and the Prize.
Pearlo and the Prize.
This is I made his nickname for him now. It's called the Prize. We have the goat.
The Prize.
The Prize, Prize, because we searched all over for Payton, and I was like, I went through YouTuber after YouTuber after YouTuber, and then I finally found Payton, so we call him the Prize. Serling has 4-2 Jets.
4-2 Jets, yeah.
Too bad, Serling, you just popped in. We got to get going now, buddy. Thanks for popping in, though. I'm pretty sure that John is going to be doing live streams. Is he doing one tonight? Do you know that?
Yeah. They're doing the big Steel and
right.
The big Friday
John's
night show.
Show is on tonight.
So make sure to tune into that one. I'll be there in the chat.
Get your popcorn ready, guys. John's show, and that's going to be on tonight. You're going to be there in the chat tonight.
Yeah, they're going to be going over the power rankings and all that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping the Oilers get up in the power rankings. I'm hoping they put their up at number 5.
They should be now.
Oilers been red hot, man. They've been lighting it up in the NHL these past couple days. So, and that should be exciting. So make sure you be there. I'll be there in the chat to chit chat with you guys. So, thank you guys for tuning in.
We'll see you Monday, and head over to my picks video that I did. Actually, give it some love over there. You can see what all my actual picks are. My actual ones, my over and unders and everything. Make a lot of money looking at those, I assure you that. Have a great day, everybody. See you Monday. Thank you, Payton, for coming. You are always awesome.